Hello, good evening. We are bringing you the latest from the Alliance of the Sahel States. Two things. Now, Burkina Faso has launched its first electric vehicles. That's one. Number two, the Alliance of the Sahel States foreign ministers are convening in Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, finalizing their withdrawal from ECOWAS. Now, let's dive to the first news, which is Burkina Faso launching its first electric vehicle. Now, this is not just assembling a car from the mineral, the raw material used to make these cars, from the mineral to the engineering work of it to assembling this car. All of it, it's all Burkina Faso, made by the Burkinabe people. What does this mean? Let's check, let's go through it in detail. Now, this car just charged for 30 minutes. It can travel for 330 kilometers or 205 miles. And the car is also set to transform not only transportation, but beyond that. It's not to make the transportation easier, but its impact is for a country that is, committed, so much committed to gain its economic independence. This means really a lot. And now this achievement also highlights the determination and ingenuity of Burkinabe engineers, designers, and workers. Now it also represents this significant step towards industrial independence for a country that, like many in Africa, has long relied on imported vehicles. The manufacturing of this car is made by the ITAOUA electric car manufacturer, and it also shows Burkina Faso's ability to produce a world-class technology locally without really importing anything. Now, the car's efficiency positions Burkina Faso as a game changer, and this means a lot also, for it encourages the young people who are, to create job for themselves, to embark on IT and technology, and to bring, also the unemployment rate to low. This means really a lot for the country. Now, the impact of also this innovation, as we said, it's not only transportation, but there's a lot. Now there's manufacturing of car, means also you have to have a center for maintenance, and it creates also jobs, and it plays a role in terms of renewable energy. There are many things also in terms of fostering local expertise and advancing skills in automotive industry like this one. It will also pave a way for further economic development of the country. Now, this manufacturing company success story, meaning ITAOUA, it serves also as inspiration for young Burkinabes, for entrepreneurs, for innovators. Now, this proves for them the visions and the resilience of the country, what they can do in their own country, and that they can achieve this kind of, remarkable results. It's really, it's just beyond transport. It's just beyond producing an electric car. Now, in addition to its economic benefits, what it does is also it underscores Burkina Faso's commitment for sustainability as well. It reduces dependence on imported cars and fossil fuels. Now, the country is not only cutting its carbon footprint, but also conserving foreign exchange reserves. If you ask me how, because now they can also export that car to into the region, to neighboring countries, it's produced in Burkina Faso. It means also it's produced in the AES, as this is a confederation, as Burkina Faso is part of the confederation. Now, as the car gains traction, it has now a potential to become, of course, a valuable export item, and that further also boosts Burkina Faso's economy. This is a homegrown electric car, and more than a technological achievement, it's a symbol of hope for Burkina Faso's, or for the Burkina base. It's a symbol of progress, and it shows the bright future of Burkina Faso, and this inspires really a lot, not only the nation but also other countries to embrace sustainability and invest in local talent. That's the most important thing. And so the challenge can be transformed into an opportunity. Well, congratulations to Burkina Faso. Now, the second news that we are going to bring you is that as we speak, the Alliance of the Sahel States, their foreign ministers are convening in Ouagadougou, in Burkina Faso. Again, we are still there. This is to finalize the withdrawal of the AES. As you know, ECOWAS has decided 29 January last year that they have announced their departure from ECOWAS. So accordingly, in its recent meeting, ECOWAS has said officially these countries will not be part of ECOWAS anymore from 29th January. But exceptionally, also, they have given them a 6 months window or open door policy, as they call it, until July 29, if in case they change their mind. But the IES leaders have said there is no return. Now, on that day, not only it's official that their departure from ECOWAS, but also they have introduced their passport of IES will be circulated to all the nations in IES, in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Now, this has an impact, meaning as per the foreign minister of Mali, they want to make it as much as possible an amicable departure, in which they can work also together side by side. They have made it clear that the people of ECOWAS who are not part of AES can travel visa-free to AES, not only traveling in and out, but also they can have business as far as it aligns with the rules and regulation of the IES. So that economical tie between IES and ECOWAS will not be affected. And really, thanks to them, it's not like as per what ECOWAS did against these countries. I think the result, or the reverse act, the reaction could have been much worse, but they have made it really very easy for both people from both sides can continue, because there are same tribes from both sides, whichever border that they are sharing with those ECOWAS members. So that's really important. Very wise decision from AES. Let's hear what the Malian minister said in this meeting.
By creating the Confederation of Sahel States, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have profoundly disrupted the balance of power and already unbalanced relations. And we are working daily towards a reconfiguration of our regional space that takes into account our aspirations and the aspirations of our populations. Our countries have created a new geopolitical reality, now built on respect for our states, respect for our sovereignty, respect for our sovereign decisions, but also the unapologetic defense of our interests. Contrary to the virtuous values observed by the Confederation of Sahel States, we are faced with an organization that has deviated from the principles and ideals that presided over its creation. Now let's dive deep into...
Yeah, so that is what the foreign minister of Mali said. Now let's translate this into what it means. ECOWAS, it definitely will affect ECOWAS, the departure of these states. Now ECOWAS definitely will be weakened. Now the rupture that will be caused by the departure of these states is actually it started back in July 2023 when the regime changed in Niger, or when the revolution happened in Niger. Now the three countries also have now put their own passports, the common passport, and they have also ready on the ground 5,000 troops, which is a common joint force to fight terrorists, in which all the three countries also face. Now the loss of these three, they are founding members of ECOWAS, will weaken ECOWAS' ability to regulate political crisis in the regional area. This is now according to one, a think tank group in West Africa. This is what he said. It will weaken ECOWAS. Now the IES and some ECOWAS countries are now at loggerheads. Now Niger refuses to open its border with Benin for good reason, because Benin, Niger, and all the three countries in IES has accused that Benin has become the host country of those who are giving training to the terrorist group and who are equipping the terrorist group, namely France. So basically, Benin is engaged in destabilizing Niger and the IES, so that's why it's not opening the door, its border. So now both countries, Benin has denied the accusation. Now this is as far as ECOWAS members concerned. Now let's look at two countries, other ECOWAS members. We don't see anymore that alienation of these states, the alliance of the Sahel states anymore. ECOWAS members have increasingly, they are strengthening their ties, bilateral ties, unilaterally from ECOWAS. They are not waiting anymore the decision of ECOWAS or anything. Recently, you can observe that with the newly elected president of Ghana, which he invited the IES states, and the Burkina Faso's president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, has attended that. And Togo's foreign minister has told us that it's not impossible that for Togo to join IES. In fact, in his interview to Vox Africa, the foreign minister said, actually, if we ask the people on the streets, the Togolese people will tell us for sure, yes, that it will be a yes from the Togolese people to join IES. But of course, he said this will require the decision of the president of Togo and the decision of the parliament. But, that means Togo is thinking about this. This is why they are telling, otherwise, for the foreign minister to say this, there's definitely something is cooking. That's what it means. Now, let's look at also from the point of new ECOWAS. Now, new ECOWAS means ECOWAS has to reform. More and more analysts, think tank groups from the region are saying that ECOWAS has to reform. And maybe in that newly reformed ECOWAS, the IES might join. Here is one person, what he said about it: return to its strictly economic agenda and abandon the principles of law and democracy. This is now the person is saying to ECOWAS. ECOWAS has to return to its strictly economic agenda and abandon the principles of law and democracy. Now, why this person is saying about ECOWAS this is because ECOWAS, as the name tells us, it's the economic community of Western African states. That's how the name ECOWAS is derived. But now it has become the police of the region, saying that this one has not come through democracy, so we have to go and intervene in the country. That's exactly what Bola Tinubu said when Niger has got its current leader back in July 2023. It was a coup, but the coup was people inspired. People wanted for that regime change. So this is why this analyst is saying ECOWAS has to stop being a police of democracy, but just strictly stick to the economic agenda where it's first formed for. Now, the irony is that those who are talking about democracy, they are not, in power because they were elected so-called democratically. We all know how Bola Tinubu came. That election was a fraud. And those also who aligned with him at that time to intervene militarily in Niger, the president of Togo, for example. Togo's president is a dictator. He's there more than 20 years in power for fourth term. And he is in his fourth term. So that is to say, and his father before him has ruled Togo for nearly 40 years. So basically that is 60 years from one family. So these people who are saying that they are going to intervene militarily in Niger, they were at home dictators. So this was the irony of it. Now let's dive more and see what are other more impacts of it. Now the IES, the Alliance of the Sahel States, can be now, as a laboratory and could remain a member of a new reformed ECOWAS. Maybe, they have to take their note from this and also, make the necessary amendments and reform the organization. I am talking about ECOWAS. Otherwise, more and more countries will join IES. It will not be just the 3 countries, okay? So ECOWAS will see itself just maybe Nigeria, by itself, Bola Tinubu running ECOWAS. Anyway, so those are the 2 updates that I wanted to bring you in updates from the Alliance of the Sahel States. One is a new electric vehicle launching by Burkina Faso, and secondly, the foreign ministers of IES convening in Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso, finally their departure from ECOWAS. So well done, and those are some good news, good updates from IES. And let us know in the comment section, what do you think of these 2 major updates in this from IES? A quick shout out, Heroine KSC, greetings sister Kayona Bugado. Wonderful development, definitely I agree. Big up IES. That's Nomia Boya. Imhotep, hello, how are you? Yeah, some of you, it has been a while. Fusion World, best way to support them. But cars, yeah, the Juma irony of ECOWAS, founded as anti-imperialist, opposed by imperialists like France, and ended up becoming an imperialist tool. Yeah, so that was it for now. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Dejuma, Boutique here, and all of you. So yeah, we try to keep it on a daily basis. Tomorrow we will have a guest from DRC giving us all the insights from DRC. Let us know in the comment section and what kind of question you want us to ask. We have the email. You can also email us. I can also put it here maybe as a chat section. Yeah, forward your question. What do you want us to ask this person from DRC? He is also a member of the African Continental Unity Party. 54 nations, all power to the homeland, the motherland, the AES Federation. Yeah, all right then. Thank you. Much love to you all as well. Bye bye. Here is the email before I forget. Yeah, send us your question, okay, with regards to DRC. Shalom, 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 achoti. Bye bye.